everyone, welcome to our presentation today regarding cultural influence of East Asian animation presented by me, Nguyen, and my partner, Josh Basco.
Hey everyone, Josh here. We are going to focus primarily on Japanese anime and Chinese animation, with emphasis on the history and development of each and the cultural influences of both.
To start with, I'm going to talk about the history and development of Japanese animation, also known as anime. The history of anime can be traced back further to the early 1900s. With the long history, anime has gone through many challenges and has become a symbol of Japanese culture that reflects national values and spirits. The success of anime can be seen starting in the 1960s with many famous series. For example, we have Astro Boy. This is the first anime that was exported to the Western market and well received by the Western audience. In the 1970s, we have Doraemon. This is another hit in the industry that became a multi-generational childhood favorite. The 1980s is considered the golden age of anime with the birth of many anime genres and also the Studio Ghibli. In the 1990s, the rise of Japanese animation was unstoppable, with the wider expansion of fandom globally with more impressive series such as Dragon Ball, Slam Dunk, Sailor Moon. The success of Japanese animation comes from various reasons, such as the improvement of images, globalization, the development of communication technologies, media, internet, smart marketing strategy, fascinating story, and especially the Muko Kuseki, which means orderlessness or no national identity. Next, I'm going to talk about globalization of Japanese animation. The growth of anime, together with other Japanese popular culture, is a contributing factor to Japanese global cultural superpower. According to the which Japanese animation is almost saturated, but the number of global fan base it continues to rise. If we talk about the US market alone, the first Japanese animation was introduced in the US in the 1960s, but the fast development of anime in America started in the 1990s. There are many animes that have become popular in the US, such as Marine Boys, Astro Boy, Pokemon, Spirited Away, One Piece. And not only the fans enjoy the Japanese animation, but also financial contributors are happy with their investment. For example, Disney never regrets spending its budget on Spirited Away. In this slide, I'm going to discuss the influence of Japanese animation in Asia popular culture. Japan is the first Asian country to become a cultural exporter that significantly impacted Asian popular culture and entertainment industry, especially Asian animation production since 1980s. It was challenging to market Japanese products in many Asian countries post-World War II. However, nowadays, almost all Asian nations have their own editions of Japanese comics. The Japanese impact on more Asian comic and animation artists can be seen in drawing and formatting styles, stories and plot, perspective, and even production system. Hong Kong, Taiwan, China, and Southeast Asian countries such as Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand are all under strong Japanese influence in their comic and animation productions. For example, Chinese Ghost Story is a collaborative product between Hong Kong and Japan. Many of Taiwanese drama are produced based on Japanese comic and animation. The popular television cartoon series Mix It Up in China adopt almost 100% of Japanese style.
The history of Chinese animation dates back to the early 1920s with a group known as the Wan Brothers. Believing that animation's value lies in its ability to be instructive and thought-provoking, as well as entertaining, the Wan Brothers built the foundation for future Chinese animation. Their first feature-length animated film, Princess Iron Fan, was released in 1941 amidst the turmoil of the Second Sino-Japanese War. Inspired by showings of Snow White, the movie features a prominent princess character from the classic myth Journey to the West. The film release was a success, and its popularity domestically helped ensure the Wan Brothers' continued work in the field of animation, as well as the advancement of the industry as a whole. The period between 1946 to 1965 marked the steady development of the animation industry in China. The industry was supported by the central government, which provided capital and resources to develop the craft. Unique styles such as origami animation differentiated Chinese animation from Japanese and Western animation. During the Cultural Revolution, China experienced economic and cultural upheavals due to several government policies. Chinese animation was also affected by these policies and regulations. The suppression of the animation industry during the Cultural Revolution resulted in a weakened domestic market for animation. As such, foreign media gained massive influence in Chinese markets in the period between 1960 and 1989. American cartoons would be played before movies in theaters, and Japanese animation would dominate TV broadcasts. By 1978, it was evident that the Chinese animation industry was woefully behind the times, and great effort must be made in order to catch up. The Chinese animation renaissance began during the period of broader Chinese modernization in 1978, in which access to advanced Western technology and techniques allowed for the creation of quality animations to match foreign media. Films such as Neja Conquers the Dragon King gained widespread popularity in the domestic market and even gained headway in the international market. However, as the global market for animation grew and the domination of American and Japanese media persisted, the Chinese animation industry was threatened by stagnation. The landscape of animation around the world changed post-2000. As technology continues to progress and the internet becomes more and more accessible, the cultural hegemony of American and Japanese animation could shift. Independent creators have utilized advanced animation applications to explore a variety of unique subject matter and styles, which could bring a much-needed diversity to the market. CGI animation grants more opportunities for new creative styles to flourish while maintaining a manageable workload. With the release and massive domestic international success of recent Chinese animated movies such as Monkey King, Hero is Back, Neja, and Whitesnake, marks an interest in the global market for animated entertainment. The influence of East Asian animation is strong not only in Asian nations, but on the other side of the planet, such as the US and Europe. This collaboration and interaction between Japan and other Asian countries in the entertainment industry and popular culture has contributed to the increase of the animation market and East Asian cultural influence through globalization.